Uhum. Balance alerts. Já te mandei o link. Muito bem, Lords. Eu tô upando o Astral. Tô upando ele porque a tiazinha da motosserra tá difícil pra ela. Agora eu preciso upar o meu level de jogador pra upar ela. Eu já tô no 68. Já tá assistindo, Cássio? Avisa quando puder que eu dou start. Então, Lert, seguinte. É um investigador policial, é do estúdio do Life is Strange. É um jornalista investigativo, na verdade. E ele voltou para a cidade dele alguns anos depois que ele meio que saiu fugido dela, porque ele expôs algum escândalo da cidade e deixou muita gente puta com ele. E ele tá voltando só porque um amigo dele, assim, da vida inteira, morreu. E ele deixou uma filha, e essa filha é a afilhada do nosso personagem. E a gente acabou de perder o velório, o enterro do cara. Eles vão fazer um velório lá, que lá eles fazem depois do enterro. E a menininha falou que ela acredita que o pai dela tenha sido assassinado. E ela pede pra gente investigar o caso. Aí a gente escolhe se promete ou não. E é isso até agora, basicamente. E ele era apaixonado por uma mina da cidade. Ele tomou um bolo dela, porque ele pediu ela em casamento. Ela disse não. E depois disso, e esse foi um dos motivos que me fez ele deixar a cidade.
That smile she had when I gave it to her. She could barely get on it back then.
O velório vai ser nesse bar aqui.
That smile she had when I gave it to her. She could barely get on it back then.
Promissor,
One of Nick's
promissor.
favorite matchups. Might be the first game in this.
Acho que ele te ouve baixo. Tá ouvindo o Cássio, Lurtz? Tem essa opção aqui, entrar por trás ou pela frente do bar. Por trás eu chamo mais atenção. Pela frente mesmo. Tá vendo? Pra mim isso aqui é Recon City, não o que eles fizeram no remake do 3.
A little late to turn back. I might as well see it through.
Não, o Cássio não. O Lertz não tá te ouvindo, não.
Whoever said you can judge someone by their car never met Tara.
O Cássio tá te dando oi, Laerte.
Same old town, same old bar. The more things change. I've read an issue of this paper since I left. I wonder how they've been doing without me. Must have been a hard issue to write. Ugh, I'm not ready for this. Here we go.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, big shot investigative reporter.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in here.
I gladly slashed your tires. That means you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving town right after this, right?
Just really embracing those hick stereotypes, huh, Joel?
Gentlemen. Get you good old boys another round.
Mighty kind of you, Declan.
You're not worth it, Higgs. Making friends already, I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
I'm only here to pay my respects to Nick. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, shame that. You watch yourself.
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right? Declan lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
You always did know how to start a ruckus. Can't say I missed that.
Old-timers in general already don't like me. The article just made it worse.
Hey, Sam. Why don't you drink Nick on the other side of the bar?
That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work.
Sammy. Oh, it's been ages.
Tara?
Oh, me? I've had this stomach thing lately. Oh, he's charming. And this thing with Nick, his car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
No.
Liam from the set. I've read that article you wrote on the mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork out there.
It took reading thousands of public records, but a pattern emerged of willful negligence.
You are a bulldog. A dangerous man to anyone using power to exploit others.
That's nice of you to say.
Now, don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
Bess always had a soft spot for Nick. I think she liked his work ethic.
$4,000.
That's what a crooked pharmacist wants. That amount is scandalous.
Can't believe this whole thing's still working.
Daddy, 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 open your eyes and wake up. The kids and I've been busy, and we
Essa é a mina que chutou ele.
something for you that's gonna make you smile all day. Daddy, 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 daddy. But when the lights are out, it's time for me to show you my love. And I got a feeling you've been pleased. So, daddy, 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 sit yourself down. Now you should know how
Nick and I spent so much money on this machine.
Pouquinho.
It's the guy with the mine closed.
I've never known Tara to not take over a conversation.
So tragic, what happened to Nick. The details are horrible. They think he didn't die on impact. Instead, he roasted to death. Not enough to damage the bones, but, you know, not a pretty sight. Unless you're into that kind of thing, of course. I didn't mean to be rude, Sam.
It's all right, Tara. I don't like the sight of dead, burned people.
Oh, thank God. I wouldn't want to be rude on a day like this. Poor Sam. Now that Nick is gone, everyone in town hates you. I mean, I don't. Why would I? It's not my job you destroyed. You're not the cause of all my problems. I mean, that's what you did for pretty much all of Basswood, but not to me. So, I don't hate you.
Thanks for the confidence booster, Tara. I'll see you around.
Nossa, que meio sem noção. Parece umas velhas aqui da rua.
It's supposedly
Nossa, olha que sem noção. Se ele abrisse a porta, ele ia sair atrás do balcão. Putz. Nossa.
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well. Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well.
It's a masterpiece, plain and simple. So I had to throw them all out on their ear.
Esse gordinho aí era chefe dele na cidade.
Ah, Samuel, my
Eu tava falando pro
favorite
Lurtz.
ex-muckracker. Join us, join us.
How was the funeral?
Wasn't there. Setting up for this. Everyone came, most of the town it felt like. A sea of sad, wet eyes. I gave the eulogy. It felt hollow. So hollow. He worked for me for years. For years. My best reporter. What do you even say about it?
Remember that article? Something about stoplights? No one cared, but he did. Months of effort.
Yield signs. He approached each story with his pen like a knight wielding a sword.
It's the small things. Like he always kept his window down. Said cars made him claustrophobic. That's how he stays with us. The little details.
I remember the bar bets about that safe spot at Pac-Man. He got me one night.
Yeah, got me once too. Can't believe it's real.
Enough about Nicholas, enough. Tell me, how have you been, Sam? How have you really been?
Got a new start, new perspectives. I'm helping my mother with her garden. I've been volunteering.
Terrific to hear, my boy. Terrific to hear.
Oh, I think I have taken enough of your gents' time.
Go, mingle, circulate, but you must join us for an actual round later. You must.
Oh, Walter, can I ask you something?
Questions are the fountainhead of knowledge.
Nick's crash. Was there anything suspicious about it?
I asked myself the same thing. The very same thing. It did seem odd. Young Nicholas, a careful man in all things, including driving. I looked into it myself. You know what I found?
What?
A tragic accident with nothing amiss. I am both relieved and saddened to say.
Ah,
Life is rarely like a crime thriller, and while I don't mind you asking, some might find it a distasteful conversation at a man's memorial. Especially for
I'll keep that in mind.
me. See that you do, my boy. See that you do.
He's owned this bar for almost a decade and still can't afford another employee. Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well. Declan lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
So, Sam, how's life been treating you?
Could be better. My best friend just died.
No need to snap at me, Sam. I ain't the enemy here. And your allies are in short supply, so be careful what you say. You staying in town long?
Not really. Why? You think I'm gonna disturb the peace or something?
Wouldn't be your first time. Have a nice evening, Sam.
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
Everyone here seemed to really like my dad.
Of course they did.
Everyone's nice in that creepy way. It's weird. Even Anna's weird.
You seen Anna? How is she? Is she here tonight?
Yeah, she's getting ready.
Getting ready for what?
Well, I don't know. Something? I've been avoiding her. She's kind of like mothering me. A lot. Like, a lot. My own mom is already too much mom. You know? Do you ever just watch people?
It's pretty much all I do.
Me too. But I don't always like what I see.
Some people can play this game drunk. Anna was best at 3 beers. There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce, but anyone can see she's taking his death hard. Kathy,
Sam, you actually came.
I know you two haven't been together for a long time, but I'm still sorry.
We hadn't been close in years. But he was my daughter's father. I'll miss him. Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Your daughter thinks Nick's crash doesn't make sense.
She's a little girl who lost her father. She's confused right now. Don't you go encouraging her, or worse, putting those thoughts in her head. I frankly thought you knew better.
Do you think she has a point?
I think you should stay away from her.
Tá explicado porque é ex-mulher, né? Tá explicado o divórcio.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy. This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face. He was more her best friend than a dad. He was more her best friend than a dad. Look at us. Those two were a great team. Bug was so small back then. We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend. We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend. Happier times. Wonder who took that picture.
Bom, a foto ali na ponte não dá pra ver. Não fala nada sobre ela.
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood? Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
Okay, I'll bite. Tell me, Dennis, who did you have a standing bet with?
Myself. So I guess I also won.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way. Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you been.
Really good. I'm thinking of going back to school. Go for another master's.
So you don't have a clue what to do with yourself. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part,
Captura de movimento.
how little you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, that's true. I wish that you were staying here.
Has it really been 2 years since I saw her? She hasn't changed a bit. Anna?
Sam! Sorry. Old habits. Why'd it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
I won't lie. It really hurt coming back. I stopped by Lookout Point on the way here.
Sam, why'd you do that to yourself?
Desire to open old wounds? The old-timers gave me hell when I came in, too.
People around here have short tempers.
And long memories.
But most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. It doesn't make it easier, though.
It's gonna make it a little easier.
Enfim, se me
When
dá
my father
a
lost his
bota e
legs,
vem me abraçar, vai se
nobody
ferrar.
knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
Yeah. That's, you two must be so hard.
Are you okay? You knew about us, right? He said he was gonna tell you.
Yeah, I knew, but knowing and, knowing are different.
Yeah, I guess they are. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
It's hard for me to really just wrap my head around it. Nick being gone. Smart. Don't rock the boat when the person in the boat just lost a loved one.
It's big. I can't get my head around it either. His stuff is all over my house, but he's just missing. Things without an owner. Most of it I'll probably give to Joan and Kathy, throw away. I don't even know.
Sim.
Sam, I'm tired, and if I'm gonna drink and cry, I want to do it again. I played that stupid song like I told myself I would. He said, or he used to say, it made him ache. I did it, and I'm going home. We need to catch up, though. Let's meet for coffee tomorrow and talk. Really talk. 9:30?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll be at the cafe across from the paper. Christina's. It was honestly nice seeing you.
Samuel, come. Have a round with me.
I need a drink or two. Or 3, and then I'll go.
Pera aí. Voltamos.
That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work. There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce, but anyone can see she's taking his death hard. Pretty courageous of him to try his luck in Basswood, given the state of things. You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more. It does look tempting.
So, Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel, join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
Esse copo de cerveja é muito estranho.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there. With a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
No, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes swirled around him like a hoard.
Put that down! Kathy, what's your underage child doing drinking? You have no control over her? Anything could lose his
I
license.
wasn't doing anything! Don't touch me! Joan! Leave me alone. Ugh, you guys are all so stupid!
You do not talk to people that way.
Eu achei que quadrado ia ser só tipo uma enrolaçãozinha pra ele beber e continuar conversando. Não achei que ia cortar a conversa inteira. Acho que vai dar pra continuar.
I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
É, não sei não.
Declan sure came at her with both barrels. Joan's tough, though. She'll be okay.
Essa cerveja parece uma espuma dentro do copo. Uma esponja. É alcoolismo que chama? Da hora. Nossa, pelo amor de Deus.
What?
Parece eu com a do cinto.
I'd say that went well. Ish. You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if the years didn't smooth their animosity as much as I hoped.
Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea.
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh?
I am so very sorry. You stuck in existence, stuck in my head, just a terrible state you're in.
Get your anger and sarcasm out of your system. Better you take it out on me than anyone else. You're back out in the world. Feeling emotions, fitting in, that's progress.
Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable.
Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
Okay. God, monsters haven't checked out at 9. What happened last night? Oh, my head. Pills plus drinking. That was not my best idea. Did I black out or what? I can't think straight. Need some water on my face. Late for checkout. They can wait a bit more. Didn't even get under the covers. Glad I even made it to the bed. My head. How many of these did I take? God, what a headache. I feel like a small jackhammer in my left temple. Please let there be water. Is that... No, that's not water. That is vodka, the opposite of water. No food. I'll just throw it all up.
Mas cadê que ele olha pra ela?
No more beer. I need water.
Nossa, que estranho.
No water, of course. Just tossed on the floor. My mother would be proud. I was at least hoping I'd look better than I feel.
already feel more human. Now, where did I put my shirt?
Eita merda.
That's not good. That's... Where did I get this? What did I do?
Merdeiro é isso. Não, acho que não. Acho que não seria um plot tão manjado assim logo de cara.
Sam, be more careful. Breathe. Focus.
Não! Nossa, é horrível controlar. É muito pesado.
Find the way to calm down.
Não, é duro mesmo. Oh, merda.
Sam, focus. You
Não
have to
é...
find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
Eu tô sentindo que o controle não tá grande coisa nesse jogo, mas não é o jogo aqui, é a jogabilidade. Nossa. Meu Deus, não posso disso. Que nem ele corre sozinho, na verdade, eu só controlo o lado. É estranho, eu achei isso meio... É estranho. Aí tem que... Nossa, não vai. Até fechou o jogo aqui, porque eu apertei PS.
Sam, focus. You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
Não, vai voltar. Nossa. Eu não sei se tem que entrar em determinada porta. Tá vendo que umas tem luz verde, outras mais azul? Olha, ele não vai pro lado, dá mó agonia. Nossa, de cara na...
Sam, focus. You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
A porta certa. Será que é essa? Não. Fez merda, hein, cara?
Samuel, focus. Focus on anything other than the fear. You're doing good. Really good. You're almost there.
Ó, aqui tá normal. Lá tava puxando mesmo. Puxando assim, a jogabilidade tava mais travada lá.
Focus. Choose. Act. Deliberately.
If I run, face the path. If I run, face the path. Answers. Hide. Never happened. Going on. Far away. Just go.
Nossa, mano.
Hide.
Esconder, fingir que não aconteceu nada, fugir.
I run. Answers.
Yes, answers. Good or bad, I need answers.
I know what you're thinking. Stop thinking that. Pills and alcohol, you're lucky enough you didn't wake up dead.
I need to know what happened last night. Last place I remember is the bar, so I'll start there.
Squeaky nail gets hammered down. Maybe don't play lone wolf detective.
There's too many questions about last night. All the obvious answers are bad, but worth knowing.
Not all answers are worth knowing. I can't just run from whatever this is. So either help me or get out of my head. It's your life, Sam. I just live here.
Na dúvida, não beba. Mas é. Voltou pra cidade onde todo mundo te odeia. Alguém já te apontou, já te mostrou uma arma. Na dúvida, não bebe. Na dúvida, não bebe. Pode dar merda.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Do you really think breaking and entering is a good idea?
Used Ethan's hidden spare key, no breaking involved.
I don't know if he'll see it that way.
I could wait for the bar to open, or I could look for answers. I picked the latter. I remember seeing this before. A long time ago. I doubt Ethan's account somehow led to the blood on my shirt. what happened here last night. First, look around, figure out what happened. I ended up drinking alone. So who brought that second glass?
Ó, tá vendo? Tipo, tá puxando. Eu tento parar ele reto, ele vira pro lado, ó. Essa virada aqui ele tá dando sozinho. Então, assim, tá super divertido. Aí dá uma cagada na jogabilidade.
Did I do this?
Nossa, cagaram com o negócio dele. Ah. Ah, eu vou morrer. Yeah.
Chasing and being chased by ghosts.
Waka Waka, o nome do troféu. Já vou. Mas a ambientação é bem legal.
These were sent scattering. Someone thrown into them? Ripped. Did this happen yesterday, or was it always like that?
É um negócio pra pegar a pista. É tipo o que eu tô fazendo agora. Não ainda, pelo menos. Ele não faz parte do universo de Life is Strange, não sei se tem poderes. Tenta limpar, tá. E esse boné no chão, moço? Isso não é uma pista, não?
What knocked this clock off the pillar? It seems there was a fight. It could explain the blood on my shirt. Does it mean that I was involved? I won't be able to find out without more evidence.
Agora o boné é uma pista.
Joel's hat. Maybe we ended up having it out after all. The pot was completely shattered. Looked like it might have been kicked. Could be the same blood that was on my shirt. The flowers are ruined. Looks like they were knocked over, then stepped on. DG. Dennis's initials. Was he involved in whatever happened? Wouldn't surprise me.
Pra fazerem isso, com certeza o cara merdou também, né? Não tem câmera, não tem nada. Nossa, não sei o que pode ser. Colete prova sobre o agressor. Tem mais coisas que eu tô deixando passar. Aqui.
It might have fallen off the table. Seems some people got rowdy last night. It might have fallen off the table. Seems some people got rowdy last night.
Bom, eu vou salvar e vou encerrar por aqui. Aí na semana a gente continua. Beleza, beleza, alerts? Aqui.
Definitely not the wake Nick would have wished for. What a mess. Hope this wasn't me. Hugh's business card. Wonder why it's here. I think I've seen enough to put together the pieces of what happened last night. Just gotta think it through.
Ah, ele vai montar o palácio mental. É que nem o do Sherlock Holmes também tem isso, de palácio mental. Bom, vou encerrar aqui, amanhã a gente resolve isso daqui ou na semana. Beleza, espero resolver isso o quanto antes, senhores. Hello, alerts.